todo sa kayon, tulong at tulog. Lipat na Blue Eagle, kalingiting nagiging blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan.
Ladies and gentlemen. 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 Turn it up. Okay. Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Today is World College Radio Day.
Alam mo bang nakakakit kahit di mo pinipili na iparating sa akin na ako'y iyong mamahalin at sa bawat mong halik puso'y pumipintig na para bang umitindag. Halika na at huwag ka magtataka, nariyan, nag-aabang. Kiliti na dinaramdam sa biglang makilala ang isa't isa. Oh, kiliti. At hindi ko mapigilan ng mapasayaw dahil lang ng bawat mong galaw. Natatanaw, hinaharap, na dinaramdam, inaasam ang bawat mong halik. Puso'y pumipintig na para bang umiindag. Halika na at huwag ka magtataka, nariyan, nag-aabang. O kiliti na dinaramdam sa biglang makilala ang isa't isa. O kiliti. Kiliti na dinaramdam sa biglang makilala ang isa't isa. Sa kiliti, sa kiliti, sa kiliti na ating
You're listening to the voice of the Blue Eagle.
Voice of the Blue Eagle. Radyo Katipunan 87.9.
Huwag kang maniwala dyan, di ka niya mahal talaga. Sayang lang ang buhay mo hihigit pa sa'yo. Di naman ako bolero, katulad ng ibang tao. Ang totoo'y pag nandyan ka, medyo nabubulol pa nga ako. Malangis lang ang dila niyan, huwag kang magala. Dahan-dahan ka lang, baka pati ika'y mabiktima. Huwag naman sana, akin ka na lang. Iingatan ko ang puso mo. Akin ka na lang. At wala nang hihigit pa sa'yo. Di naman sa sinisiraan ko ang pangit na yan. Huwag ka dapat sa'kin magduda, hindi kita pababayaan. Akin ka na lang. Iingatan ko ang puso mo. Akin ka na lang. At wala nang hihigit pa sa'yo. Akin ka na lang. Liligaya ka sa pag-ibig ko. Akin ka na lang. At wala nang hihigit pa sa'yo. Wala nang hihigit pa sa'yo. Akin ka na lang.
Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM, the voice of the Blue Eagle. You're live tuning in at Philippines right now, and we're live at player.live365.com/WCRD, playback.tv/Radyo Katipunan, and zeno.fm/radio/RK879FM.
So right now, we're celebrating World College Radio Day, and with that, we get to have hundreds of college radio stations go live broadcast for 24 hours. So again, hi, I'm Tony.
I'm Jel.
And I'm Marts.
So how are you guys today?
I hope you guys are okay listening from all over the world. How about you, Tony? How are you?
Honestly, it's nerve-wracking because it's my first time. The last time we did this was 2023, if I'm correct. Yeah.
How about you, Mort?
Well, we just finished, for those of you who are unaware, we just finished our onboarding. I would say not really onboarding, more like auditions for those who aspire to be part of radio production here at Radyo Katipunan. And this is actually our first time back on air since school year 24-25.
Yes.
Right, the series of typhoons that we've been facing, we've never actually been to the campus for as long as we want because of the suspensions. So for those who are experiencing rain right now or experiencing typhoons, I hope you guys are safe tuning in right now with us. So, to explain what Radyo Katipunan and of course what Ateneo de Manila University is. So Radyo Katipunan is a low-power FM campus radio station owned and operated by the Jesuit Communications Foundation in coordination with the Ateneo de Manila University. So Radyo Katipunan serves as the community station of the Ateneo de Manila University campus. So what is the Ateneo de Manila University? Well, it is the premier Jesuit university in the Philippines, inspired by the vision of Saint Ignatius of Loyola, the founder of the Jesuits. His teachings emphasize forming people who are not only intellectually capable, but also deeply committed to service, justice, and ethical leadership. Here at Ateneo, students are encouraged to strive for magis, to do more for and with others, and to practice curia personalis, caring for themselves and those around them, reflecting Saint Ignatius' belief in nurturing the whole person.
So that it's for everyone who doesn't know much about Radyo Katipunan and our school. Now you know.
Now you
Now you
know.
know more about us.
Very concise explanation here that we have.
I have a question. What is our theme for this World College Radio Day?
Well, I think it does tune into what Saint Ignatius stands for. It is tuning into the people, doing more for and with the people. So, For you guys, what does tune in to the people mean?
Well, tuning into the people means really listening to them, right? It's not about those who actually are broadcasted, about the voices that are popularized by major media platforms and those who are in power, but it's actually the masses, right? Those are the opinions that actually matter. The people who are down there, people who are going through it every day, as opposed to those who are in higher positions who really wouldn't understand the grit and the struggle that everyday person has to go through. That's who we should be hearing.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
true.
Like, it's really about, in Ateneo, we really learn how it's important to do bottom-up solutions where we actually go to the places themselves, learn their problems, and again, when we create solutions for them, we don't create it for them, but rather they also like have the autonomy in a way, to do it themselves. And with that, they're able to, we get to help them in a sense and make sure that after being there and helping with them, they get to stand on their own also.
And that's true. And right now, with where we are, of course, radio serves or provides a channel for open discussion and freedom of expression. And I think that matches so much with our theme for this year's World College Radio Day. Tune in to the people. And with that, I'm going to kind of give you guys a little bit of a teaser, because when we get back, we'll be taking a break. When we get back, we are joined by a special guest. And I will not reveal first who
It's
it
a
is.
secret.
It's a secret. So make sure to tune in right here in the Radyo Katipunan. Stay tuned. We'll be coming back now. For now, you may listen to Baka Naman by Mariel Beleza.
Baka naman mapansin mo ako. Baka naman marinig mo na ang puso ko. Hindi na maintindihan ang nadarama. Sumasakit ang puso sa tuwing may kasama kang iba. Sana ako na lang siya. Lumingon ka naman minsan, tumingin ka sa malayo, nandito lang ako, nag-aabang sa'yo. Duwag ba ako manhid, ka lang ako yung sinasaktan habang ika'y nakangiti. Di naman ako makaganti. Sa tuwing pinagmamasdan ka, tila bang tumitigil ang pag-ikot ng mundo. O nabihag mo ako, parang sirang plaka, paulit-ulit-ulit umaasa na balang araw, na balang araw. Pagka naman madama ang tinatakong patingin, pagka naman magkalakas na ng loob na sabihin, mahal kita noon pa man di mo lang alam, mahal kita kahit na hindi yun ang iyong nadarama. Baka naman sana mahal kita, pasensya na di ko sinasadyang mahulog sa katulad mo. Di ko malaman ang gagawin, kailanman di mapapasa akin. Baka naman mapansin mo ako. Baka naman marinig mo na ang puso ko. Pansinin mo ako. Yan ang hinihiling ko. Isang pagkakataon lang. Baka naman Isa na lang sa mundo. Kaya baka naman, baka naman, baka naman.
Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM, the voice of the Blue Eagle. We're still live right now at player.live365.com/WCRD and of course playback.tv/Radyo Katipunan and finally zeno.fm/radio/RK879FM. So again, we're live right now at World College Radio Day where it's a 24-hour live broadcast of different college. And right now, we mentioned earlier that we have a special guest today, and this is Sir J.R. Santiago. So please introduce yourself.
Hi. First of all, I want to greet everyone World College Radio Day. So I hope everyone's having fun. Well, I'm J.R. Santiago, as you mentioned. I teach here in Ateneo. I teach communications for development for mostly development students at the Development Studies Department. And then, just a bit of background, I teach comms for development because I used to be an assistant secretary at the Presidential Communications Operations Office during the Pinoy administrations. I was there from 2010 to 2016. So I get to teach what I learned and my experiences every Tuesdays and Fridays here.
Oh, that's nice. So you're still a teacher until now, yes?
Yes, and I only started teaching in 2023 and I'm enjoying it so far. I go to class excited and I go home inspired. My students are really great.
Okay, so
How many classes do you hold?
yeah, how many?
Only 2 this sem, but I do
Oh.
some thesis advising. But again, it's been fun and I really love going to Ateneo. It's my relaxation time, to be with my students and to learn from them.
It's so nice that you're passionate, about teaching. So that's what makes a good teacher, I would say. So, we're in World College Radio Day right now, and the theme is to tune into the people. So, to you, what does that theme mean for you?
You know what? When I heard about the theme, it's actually the main thing I teach my students in communications for development.
Yeah.
The most important thing I teach them is that you need to know your audience and meet them where they are.
Yes.
It's not our role to pull them to us. It's our role to go to them, speak to them how they want to be spoken with. So being with people, especially for Ateneans, being with and for people, I think it's a really good theme and it will inspire everyone to really go where we are needed, not just to give speeches and pull them to us.
I actually like that you mentioned that, no, Sir JR, because right now, recently what happened in the Ateneo was there were walkouts, there were Ateneo-led protests. I would just like to ask, because you mentioned about having people to come or to go to people, not wait for them to come to us. Now, what do you think about the recent protests, the recent walkouts here in Ateneo? How does that reflect coming together, reaching out to the people? Or is it the other way around that
I see.
finally, now that we have this walkouts, these protests, are we the one who's trying to reach to the high people? Or are the people in position the ones that are waiting for us to come to them? How is it playing out right now, in your opinion, here in our campus?
I find it very, very inspiring because when I was here from 1997 to 2001, I spent most of my senior year going to rallies because that was the time of President Joseph Estrada and it was an impeachment trial. I would cut classes just to go to rallies. I've been very fortunate that my professors allowed me to do so. And for this particular walkout, I actually gave my students a free cut and told them, go ahead and participate. So what I really like is that the spirit is still there, even 25 years after. And, there have been times, when Ateneans have been called apathetic. Like, for example, there's limited number of people who vote during Sango elections. But I think this particular instance, this opportunity is for Ateneans to really stand up, be counted. And as you said, it could be us telling people in power, hey, enough is enough. And we are now going to stand up and go to the streets if needed. And I find that really inspiring. I like that we are continuing the tradition because back in the 70s, Ateneans were very active during martial law, the first quarter storm. And I'm happy that Ateneans now are continuing the tradition of being socially active and doing what you can to help build this nation that we all love.
All right. That is a very much informative and very much reflective of what is happening now in our campus, and of course, at the same time, we're looking at how does that reflect overall in the Philippines. But that is a conversation for later. Now, we want to kind of get to know more about you first, of course. You mentioned that you are a teacher, you were a previous public servant, but also at the same time, you are now a host.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would like to explore that part of you, Sir JR. Could you please expound on that?
Well, I'm also very fortunate that Radyo Katipunan gave me an opportunity to host a show called Nagtatanong Lang kasama si JR Santiago. And it's a show where number one, we want to raise awareness on social issues, and then second, we want to foster dialogue among stakeholders. I emphasize the word dialogue, not debate. We don't like making people fight during the show, because there's one thing I remember that Cardinal Tagle told me in one event while I was in government. It was during the very contentious time when we were talking about the reproductive health bill. And he said, it was a dialogue between government and the church, and he said, I'm here today not to debate, because when you debate, you spend so much energy proving the other person is wrong. But let's have a dialogue and find common ground. So that's what we try to do in the show. And of course, the most important thing we try to do in the show, given the title Nagtatanong Lang, is that we ask the important questions so that we find the right solutions together without having to argue, but really finding common ground. And so far, we're on our second season, very happy. And last night, I had a conversation with Renato Reyes, who's the president of Bayan and the political director for Makabayan. A conversation that wouldn't normally happen between a former government official and someone from the progressive left. But last night was very insightful for me. I learned so much. So that's what we try to do in the show, to always find ways to inform, make people learn, and then have dialogue. And then the most important thing is have a call to action at the end. What do we do? It's not enough that we just give information. It's more like, what will we encourage our listeners to do? And last night, we encouraged people to be informed, to participate, and to never be afraid to stand up for what is right.
So, since you mentioned that you had a show last night, and I've seen a few of your shows before, what would you say are your insights from it? Because, it kind of delves in the topic of corruption and like what should Filipinos do now? So, what were your insights?
Well, my insights is people really need to tune in. They really need to know as much as they can about the issues, and do their own research, listen to the news, and then watch the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearings. Watch out for protest, because that's the first thing, to inform yourself. And then decide for yourself what course would you like to take, of course of action. And then again, don't be afraid to stand up, and encourage others to do the same as well. So that's one insight. Now, having these conversations, even people listening in, they can learn a lot, and they can actually be inspired to do something about it.
So so now that you say that, you really gained a lot of insight from that. As a host and being in radio, what do you think is the importance of amplifying voices, especially in this type of media? Because we've heard that sometimes radio is not something that people tune into the most as a form of media. So what do you think is the importance of it?
Well, you know what? The media landscape of the Philippines, actually, majority of people in rural areas actually still listen to the radio. So, of course, in Metro Manila, not so much, but in rural areas, radio's like number one or number two. So there's an important role to play, for radio shows and radio stations, because number one, you can inform people about what's going on, what's happening, and then second, you can engage them in dialogue. They can phone in questions. And then third, I think the most important thing I keep on repeating is really providing them a call to action. What do they do with what they hear? So I would encourage all, of course, college radio stations to not just stop at giving people information. Encourage them, inspire them. So that we can all work on it together.
That's really good insight.
That's really great to hear. Now, I want to ask a question. I myself, I am an aspiring educator. When I come out of college, I want to be a teacher. And you being a teacher, how do you see your role in helping students in the education system be more aware of issues today, issues that plague society, such as corruption, improper or proper governance, and social movements?
Well, I see myself, playing a role in three things. Number one is informing them about the issues, making sure that they are aware of what's happening around, and then second is to foster a conversation within the class, to get people to say what they think, right, and then exchange ideas.
Yes.
And then third, again, to inspire them to do something about it. But I think, to sum it all up, my role is to really create a generation of critical thinkers. I do not intend to tell people what to think or what to believe in, but I want to teach them how to do it themselves. But by providing them with the tools that they can use to discern, and then again, to really do something about the issues that's happening.
So did you come to the being a teacher having this in mind? Was this your advocacy? That's why you wanted to be a teacher?
You know what? It's quite funny, the story of me being a teacher here is because there's Doc Leland from the department who just posted. He was my friend, and then he posted something on Facebook. He said, our department's expanding and we need teachers, and people with masters is okay. And then I just jokingly raised my hand in the comment.
Oh.
And then a couple of weeks after, I had a teaching demo, and then after a few weeks, I was already a teacher. But when I when I got the job, that was my purpose, to really be purposive in creating a generation of critical thinkers. I didn't want to just do monologues in class.
Oh, I understand.
So I want them to learn from my experience. I want them to learn from theory. I also want them to learn from amongst themselves. That's why I foster a lot of conversations in class. I don't like talking too much during class. I spend half the time, what do you think? Let's have a conversation. So yeah, it was really purposive. When I got it, I said, critical thinkers, not just people who will absorb and then just rewrite what I say.
You had a goal in mind already.
Yes.
And I like that mindset too.
Yeah.
It's one of the important things that educators, students, or even among the Filipino people, whether they're... I think we've seen that right now in the Philippines, where people all from different classes, down from the low to the middle, even those who are in the upper middle classes, they've come together, they've become critical thinkers, and they've become receptive of how their money, how their labor is being manipulated, distorted, and used for personal gain. And I think that's very important. I am so glad that you, Sir JR, serve as a role model for the students that you hold. And of course, I hope that these students that you have shared their knowledge to other people as well, and continue to also tune in to the people. And I hope that they've made other people realize that, and becomes a domino effect, not only here in our campus, but also outside.
And if I may, thank you for thinking about teaching. It's a really noble profession. Again, as I mentioned, I go to class excited and I go home inspired, and my students really give me so much hope. I was about to give up on the country, especially with recent political happenings. And then when I go to class and I see young people saying, no, we will change the world. So it makes me realize, if they're not giving up, why should I?
It's moving.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I really, I need my students more than they need me. And role model is such a big word. I would just think of myself as a guide. But thank you though for your kind words. But to be able to have that opportunity to guide students, I really find it as an honor and a privilege, and I hope to continue doing that for years to come.
It's really, I would say it's really moving, because sometimes the purpose of a teacher really, it helps guide students, as you said. So I'd say thank you so much really for being here with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
And then also to those who are listening right now, hopefully you guys are able to learn a thing or two of what's happening in the Philippines, and hopefully apply it to maybe in your context also. So
Yeah, social movement really is, frankly, it's difficult.
yes.
But with the growing population of the more educated Filipino people, and they're able to really, like you said, think critically. It's a step-by-step process, and I'm glad we're moving. The society in general is moving in the right step forward. Speaking of steps, let's get back to the music. Here is Hakbang by Cheats. Again, you're listening to Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
walking around. My clothes are too warm. I was thinking about this morning. I'm sorry. Aching feet on the ground. The soles of my shoes are just wearing me out. I'm rambling, ignoring. Waking up is so much harder in the running my mouth, I can lose myself. I should cut up my wrist. Could you call for help? I'm joking. You know me. In time, the pills get hard to swallow, and the memory does follow. Holding on, where's your patience then? Can you float along till you're back again? If I fall asleep, rather we'll pretend that I never wished that all that's now could end. Waking up is so much harder in the morning. Hold me down. I'm too scared to see it's so much harder in the
That was I'm Kidding by SOS, and once again, you are listening to Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. We are currently live on player.live365.com/WCRD. And for us personally, we are live on playback.tv/Radyo Katipunan and zeno.fm/radio/RK879FM.
So, we're able to have a good talk about what radio is to us, what the team means to us, and at the same time, put it in the Philippine context also. So, do you guys have any insights from it that you'd like to share? Just for a short, ending.
While we were on the break, we were chatting with Sir JR, reflecting on what has been discussed. And really, it was very fruitful kasi we moved from the Philippine context to the other parts of the world. We looked at Nepal, what's happening in Nepal right now, what's happening in Congo, what's happening in Jakarta. So that was an insight from Sir JR. And truly, I feel like this is a moment of people, common people, rising and showing the people in power that they are not as powerful as they think they are. These labels, these positions are temporary. They are something to, it's a name that it's an addition to their name, but it's not permanent. And I think that from all of these contexts, from all of these experiences, these narratives that we're seeing now in the media and now talking about it in radio, discussing about it, I think that it really is an amplifying aspect that we have, especially for the theme that we have right now.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very timely, it's very important, and even after this event, it must continue.
Yeah.
It mustn't die. And I think that's the most important for me. I mean, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time to really delve into this, but it would be very good to look at this different contexts, different countries, but all the same problems.
Yeah.
They
It's like a
experience the
repeating
same
problem.
It's a repeating problem, systemic, deeply rooted. And I'm very glad that Sir JR has guided us in the conversation. And hopefully, you guys listening in right now, from these conversations, you look at the different contexts outside of this, and just in your own countries, you look at your government, you look at the systems in place. Let's make them uncomfortable from where they sit. So that's my insight. That's my take. Very much glad to have this conversation, and truly wish we could have it for longer.
Yes.
So how about you guys? I'm a bit of a talker, so I'll give it to you guys for now.
Actually, for me, I'd like to point out that yes, we had a conversation even while we're not on air. And what I really like is the fact that the torch is passed on to us, the youth. So of course, like medyo pressure, hindi naman. But then like it's really nice to know that we're able to continue this, and hopefully, as Sir JR mentioned, we have to make sure that we do it right this time. So now that we had the rallies recently, hopefully we get to continue now. And I'd say, Mart's also mentioned this earlier, it's a step forward. It might not be a really big step forward, but it's still a step. So that's for me at least.
Right. So, any last words, Sir
Yes.
Oh, a couple, if you allow me. Number one, I want to tell all the young people, especially the three of you, the people shouldn't be afraid of their government. The government should be afraid of the people. So I urge you to fight the good fight. Do not be afraid. And I also want to tell you that you do not just fight the fights that you think you can win. You fight the fights that are worth fighting. And lastly, I just want to say I'm proud of you, the young people, and we're all rooting for you. And let's do this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir JR.
All right, guys, that's a very inspiring message to all of us young people in the world. So, we may be from Ateneo, but the one big fight applies globally.
That's true. It really applies.
Very much true.
Right? So, that actually kind of wraps up our segment for World College Radio Day, which, by the way, it's their 15th run.
15th run.
15th run for World College Radio Day. So, as we conclude, we'd like to shout out our co-university hailing here from the Philippines. Shout out to the UST Tiger Radio from the eastern part of Metro Manila. World College Radio Day will be shortly heading westward to tune in to the UST Tiger Radio from the University of Santo Tomas in the city of Manila. Meanwhile, all of us here at the voice of the Blue Eagle, Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM, together with JR Santiago, thank you for tuning into us, and do stay here as World College Radio Day 2025's Global Marathon continues. For those of you who may not have noticed, or for those of you who are hardcore Ateneo fans, maybe amp musicians, you've noticed that we've only been playing Ateneo music.
Yes.
And we'd like to keep it that way. This next song is actually very special to me. He's actually my friend. I know him personally. He's currently on LOA, and I pray for his, swift return to campus. Here's Apple Beer by Pepe, only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
You kiss me and it tastes like apple beer. I don't drink, but I don't mind the taste. You feel bad, but it's fine. I've had whiskey and wine. It's not the flavor And what if I said I want all of it back? Would you believe me? Could you try to forgive me for being so foolish that I ever asked you to leave me? There are songs that I've yet to write for you, Myra, and until yesterday, this was one of them. And they'll color the sky, they'll make people cry, but to my heart they'll always be empty, even useless, because Myra, you were the music. Myra, it's almost been 365 days since the day that I left. That marks 365 days that I've thought of your love. Nobody loved me the way you did. It never felt safer to fall. Of all of the people I've lost through the years, I know you were the best of them all. There are songs that I've yet to write for you, Myra, and until yesterday, this was one of them. And they'll color the sky, they'll make people cry, but to my heart they'll always be empty, they'll be useless. There are songs that I've yet to write for you, Myra, and until yesterday, this was one of them. And they'll color the sky, they'll make people cry, but to my heart they'll always be empty, even useless, because Myra, you were the music.
You're listening to the voice of the Blue East.
Voice of the Blue Eagle. Radyo Katipunan, 87.9.
Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM, the voice of the Blue Eagle. You are tuning in to the World College Radio Day.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, radyo, Katipunan. Voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay at tenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng kwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero, sugod, todo sa kayod, dunong at tulog. Lipat na Blue Eagle, kaning giting nagigil. Blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, radyo, radyo,
Yeah, every test, every trouble, every mess, every rubble, every pen, every paper, every blank, every answer, every win, every loss, every circle, every cross, every piece, every war, every wound, every scar, every chicken, every pork, every spoon, every fork, every color, every hue, every red, white, yellow, blue, every darkness, every light, for the blue and for the white, every one, every big, every fright.